Isn't it? It's that time again, isn't it? Buenas noches, you crazy bunch. La Luna. Yeah, and we're off to the moon, aren't we? Once again. You know what the scary thing is? There are going to be people who are going to believe it. Can you believe that? That is crazy. Even folks, cluster headaches, not fun. They're slowing me down. They're kicking a little bit of butt. But it's not going to be forever. But it has slowed me down a bit. Now, just the Easter recap. Easter recap. Just a bit of everything. This thing. April Fool's Day, okay? For those who believe it. It's for you, that one. But you must see the distraction factor. The war wasn't enough. No. They're still talking, so really? Let's do the moon. Huh? It's the distraction factor that is amazing, okay? Favouring round, favouring flat. I think I'm going to go too crazy. You saw my Foucault, the pendulum, right? What I'm finding as an observer, I feel like I'm looking in from the outside, right? The round earthers, I said this before, when you hear reasons for the flat earth, right? You don't listen to them. You don't acknowledge them. You instantly retaliate with reasons for it being round. What you need to do is slow down and listen to what is being said about why they're saying it's flat, okay? And to the flat earthers, I would say the same. I'm in the middle of this Foucault pendulum thing because the pendulum, right? 18 something, before electricity. But anyway, that's beside the point. They have it in museums, in places, right? And what happens is it swings and it looks like the pendulum is going round, but it's not. It's the floor on the spinning planet that is turning, that makes it seem like the pendulum is spinning around because it knocks pegs over. But the reason it's knocking pegs over is because the earth, the museum, the ground it's on, everything is turning. And the pendulum, they say, it does not. It stays true to where it's swinging. It doesn't matter what's happening up here, unless you twist it, I guess. Yeah, but that's only going to twist. It's not going to make it go left or right. It stays true, apparently. So that's why I'm just having a play with a few different things, with magnets. I just want to be sure. Sounds crazy, but has anybody else done this? So I did the one in my room, the spare room, and did a bit of a thing. It was a time lapse over a few hours. The one thing I noticed, if I left that here now for 5 minutes, it's going to end up like that, not moving, right? Now I had a heavy rock on a line and it was a lot longer to the ceiling. But if you see on the time lapse, at the very end, it never stops. And you saw the sun come up. I was asleep, right? That was there for a few hours, a couple of hours, easily. But it was, it didn't, you'd think it would stop. Now that was a rock, heavy rock, momentum. they do mention a lot about wind resistance, don't they? The friction, right? That would slow it down, but it's not going to slow it down. It's the pull, isn't it? Density, buoyancy, or gravity, right? Anyway, the jury's still out. I'm still inconclusive at the moment. Just want to make sure, because if it's true that it does stay true, and the reason that it seems to move is because Earth is spinning, then it's a big one, isn't it? Can you see Earth from there? That'll do. It's a big one. It's something that we can all do at home, isn't it? That's why I'm doing it. I'm just going to look at all the ins and outs of what it could be if not. Anyway, so this is kind of an Easter roundup. Plus my clusters were playing up. I didn't want to go too deep into anything at the moment. If I look tired, it's because I am. Anyway, so I thought, because of the moon thing, they're going up to the moon. It's a distraction. Who calls a war? And then the moon landing, the freaking moon mission. How does that happen? It's a distraction. Even if it wasn't thrown up for a distraction, it's still not going. They're not. Even if it was a normal scheduled run. Now, things that favour the flat Earth and things that favour the round Earth, objectively. Round Earthers, you need to stop with the yeah but, listen, be objective. Don't be that subjective person that has fallen for the trap of human nature and cognitive dissonance. You're ignoring everything that's being said. There are valid reasons for what is being said, right? But you need to listen to them. Now, the long distance pics, right, I suppose that would be the 8 centimetres per kilometre, right? The whole curvature thing. You've got these pics being taken across lakes, across seas, places where if there was a curvature, you shouldn't be seeing. Here it is. Now, there's this thing that unless we do it ourselves, which is why I'm doing this one, I still haven't done it myself, but the ones that I've seen, if they're true, and there's loads of them, there's a guy on Joe Rogan, they're showing these people doing it, but I still haven't done it myself. If it's true, there's no curvature. Some of these things, right, it's a fact. But if that is true, and it is the ground, the museum, everything spinning around it, then the globe is true. This is what people are not realizing. There seems to be arguments for both of them. Now, I put up the main few, right, that I can think of. They're upside down. Here I am in Australia, got people up in the northern hemisphere. It doesn't feel like I'm hanging off the side. It doesn't. I've spoken to some Kiwis, New Zealanders. They don't feel like they're bats hanging on for dear life. There's something not adding up, because with the diameter they give it, 12,742, it's not that big that we can go down and not, is it? It's not. It's not that big. It's not that big. So that's really strange. We have the water. Water always finds a level, right? It's a common sense thing. Now, we've got the gravity, but is it gravity? The moon. Now, the moon, folks, it does not matter where the moon is in the sky, all right? It doesn't matter where the moon is in the sky. when it comes to the tides, right? It doesn't matter. God, I'm really pulling out the stops. Look. Look. Right? It does not matter. The moon can be absolutely anywhere at any time in the sky. And you can still have high tides, low tides, all of the tides. If you have a high tide and the moon just so happens to be above you, it's purely a coincidence. They say that. It can be there, just everywhere. There's no pattern to be had. Smaller bodies of water, they don't shift even a millimeter, right? You've got that thing, my observation, I like to throw that in, where the tide comes up, the current's coming in, it stops, but then it drops back the same way that it came from. That's not logical. It's just not logical. What else was there? There's just enough to question La Luna when it comes to gravity. There really is. You have to listen and be objective enough to understand that there is. It's all the other lies. This is the big one. It's the science lies that people are believing. You've been taught early, right? If it were the other way round, if all of the people that had been taught it was round were taught it's flat, and the flat earthers were taught it was round, and they were the minority, the minority, it would be exactly the same story. This is what you're not understanding. You think it's the knowledge, it's the fact. It's not. It's not. The whole thing, it's what you were taught. That's why it's a thing. If you were taught the moon's cheese, you would believe it was cheese. You would. If you'd have been drum with it, you need to be subjective. I mean, objective enough to understand this, right? Your realities are mostly shaped by the stuff that's crammed into you at an early age. That is a fact. This cognitive dissonance is not wanting to be wrong. It's the ego thing, everything. It's taught, right? I'm trying to be objective here. Now, things that benefit, that favour the round. We've got the pendulum. Look, if it's true, it's hard to friggin' ignore, isn't it? Something's spinning then. So that's still in play. The planet's being round, but has anybody been there other than telescopes? These are the facts, right? The amount of lies that are going around, you've got to stay objective. Gravity, moon, taught early, NASA, and their pics, the round planet pics. Did you see the Artemis pic? I mean, hello? It didn't convince me, but all of those people who believe that they're on their way probably love them. Already got it as a desktop picture, haven't you, in the background? But how do you tell these people it's not real? Not real. Not there. Distraction. Distraction. War. Distraction. Distraction. And the astronaut talk. Now this is what I mean. This for me, I'm gonna box it. It's one of the smoking guns for me. It's the lies. Being objective, the outside looking in. The amount of lies, how did I miss that? That are told. But it seems like they're told purposely, right, to promote the round Earth. They were talking today, astronauts live, passing the mic. Mic's all free falling and, you know, and the first thing they say, the views are unbelievable. So cool to see the round planet. And it's just the way, it's like a bad play. It's obvious that they're just saying it's round, it's round, it's round. Most of the reason that they're there is to say it's freaking round. It's weird. All of the lies. We have the speed of light, right? This is about space travel. The time it takes light, 1.3 seconds to get to the moon, get back another 1.3, 2.6. Everything is connected here. It's not just a case of, nah, don't believe they're going to the moon, they're liars. No, there's so many things that are connected to this. You have the speed of light. You have Roma, Huygens, Kepi, all the way down, all the way to Lagrange and Lagrange points. Everything's connected. Everything is connected. Apollos, everything was done. In my Christmas Advent calendar, I had, one of them was, I could not find a flat earth in any encyclopedia. So I was saying, I was being objective right back then. I was saying that it's not in any of the encyclopedias. So it's obviously a very recent thing. I said this. Now I also said that I was wrong a couple of times since Christmas. But it was a thing, right? I was just looking Earth flat. You've got Earthworm, Earth digger, Earth there. There was no flat. I should have gone in a bit deeper. And it's only when you read them page to page without looking at the index that things pop up. But all of the cultures in the past thought that Earth was flat with some kind of firmament, this stuff. It's a fact. That is what they thought. Too many books say it. There's loads of lies in the books, but that does not sound like a lie for some reason, right? And then we have Copernicus, wasn't it? Copernicus, Galileo, big 100-year jump, 1500s to 1600s. The Earth is the center of everything. Everything revolves around us, that kind of a thing. And then all of a sudden, Galileo and his merry bunch of men come along, the Kepi and the this and the that, and between 1610 and 1772, they work out everything needed for 1969. Now, there's a thing there. It was said, if it's true, before the round thing, everybody thought it was flat, and for loads of reasons. But then it all changed. We don't know if it's true or not. Maybe up until Copernicus is true, and the rest of it is lies, but it's what is taught. Round. One thing is for sure. Names on here, there are so many fabricated. Some of the things that they, look, this is the thing. But if you believe those lies, then you're going to believe every time you see it. But what I'm saying is the astronauts, the way they're talking, everything seems to be, and I'm being objective, everything said, even when they're not talking about what shape it is, it sounds like they're just pushing round. They're pushing round. It's the lies. It's one of the smoking guns, and they are lies. I'm objective, not saying it's one or the other, but look at these reasons. Astronaut talk in the ship. Oh, it's so cool. It's round. It's great to see our round planet. It's just so corny. And then the, well, we're here for the whole of humanity. Now, it's just so corny. Do people believe it's real? Do you? Please don't. So corny, right? The pics, I can't believe NASA pics. They didn't go to the moon too early. This is key. Look, I'm going to, these are key things. You have to understand that these are key facts. Taught climate change, man-made climate change early when they're kids. The adults believe it now, don't you? And then we have the gravity thing. But is it? Is it gravity or is it density and buoyancy? The moon. The agua on la planeta. No, it's not. The smaller bodies of water would move. Look, we don't need to go there again. The planet's being round. We don't know that. Pendulum. It's a big one. It is a big one. Because the big ones are the ones that everybody can do at home. Fishing line onto the big. The higher the roof, the better. It doesn't have to have a massive swing. You'd be surprised how long something will swing, right? Quite a heavy weight. And just time-lapse it before you go to bed. Just make sure your freaking phone's got enough battery so it doesn't die halfway through. And see what it does. Do it yourself. It's the only way to be sure. It's something that everybody can do, which is why I'm doing it. I'm not going to just presume. There is no time for presumption anymore. So all of these reasons for it being round, they're not Mickey Mouse, are they? They're a bit hard to put your finger on, really. They are. It's all previous history. We know this because of records and previous studies. Hundreds and thousands of people have checked the speed of light. No, they haven't. It's presumption. Favours flat. Long distance pics. If these pics are true, are real, there's so many people doing them and showing them. I haven't done one myself, so I can't be for sure. But it doesn't look like there's any curvature, does it? It really doesn't. Now, instead of going, yeah, but stop that. Listen, this is to the round earthers. Listen to the reasons being given for it possibly being flat, right? You flat earthers, same thing. You tune in to what the round earthers have to say for why it could be round. I'm on the fence, okay? Never upside down. See, this is something we can all go outside, see if you feel upside down. The water. I mean, it's a lot of it. See, I've always got the angle about the pyramids being submerged. That cannot happen on a zero curvature. It has to do with that. The distant past, other ancient not civilizations, but back in the past, the other, you know what I mean, other people, other tribes and cavemen and monkey men. Our ancestors, crying out loud, they thought it was flat. And along come the merry bunch of men with Galilei at the head, and all of a sudden, they've got all of these reasons for why it's round. It's the lies that are one of the biggest smoking guns, but you have to be objective to understand, to spot the lies. Being subjective and denying everything without thinking about it is plain stupid. It just is. And again, I am on the fence. It's my observations that not enough people are paying attention to the things being said, right? So it's a strange one, but the amount of lies that we've been fed, it's just not a crime to think for yourselves, you know. You don't have to jump on the majority bandwagon. That's what they're counting on, and that is because of See? And because of, you know what people are believing? It's true. I can see the lies, spot the lies and the charlatans. Got to hit that clean just once. Right, what are we on? This is just an Easter recap. I'm not, oh, that's good timing. Another 3 minutes. Right, folks. And I have a pendulum set up outside as well. It's a bit late, but we don't care, do we? Got a new tripod, as you can see. I'm throwing you about. And we've got a strike above. Hey, darling. Hello. Still our friend. I'll do a time lapse after this. So I probably won't even edit it tonight. But look, oh, you can't see, can you? Right here, I have, that looks like an Easter cross, look. So I've got lines attached. Can't do it during the day because of the wind. It's a bit windy, it's not too bad now. And this is a stone. Can you see it? Is it bright enough? There it is. Look. See, these things we can do. And you'll be surprised how long that will swing for. So I do mess about. I've got one set up inside to see if there's any difference. And I will share the results when they happen. For those of you laughing at me, everybody knows it's true. Yeah, right. If there's things that you can do yourself at home, why wouldn't you do them? That's how you learn. Don't just believe everything that you're told without questioning. There's too much of it going on. Too much. No, I don't believe a word you're saying. I'm not even going to listen to the reasons that you're given for your point of view. Not interested. I have mine and I'm sticking with them. Both sides need to understand that. What's that? Belief. That sometimes it honestly seems like there's arguments for both, right? How can that be? Who knows? But denying that you could be wrong, both sides, denying that you could be wrong, that's not wise. More for this side, for the Roundies, listen to what is being said and stop with the Mickey Mouseness, things that we cannot put our finger on, like the pics that they're sending us. Because you can't think that, you can't. Anyway, look, I'm going to call it there. Got no headache, got through that one all right. So, yeah, I will be back, and I'm definitely not going to be back upside down, right? Too early, science lies. Too early, science lies. Honestly, lies are so obvious. And remember, folks, as seen from planet Earth, the sun is directly behind the moon during solar eclipses. Do you know what that means? It means there's no light delay. And the Egyptians did not. They could not. It's logistically impossible. All right. Happy Easter, by the way. Later, folks. Buenas noches.